Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will explain one of morphology materials, namely word classes. In this time, I will invite you to know more about the means of word classes. So watch the video carefully guys. And then before that, I will introduce myself first. My name is Sinta Dewi. You can call me Sinta. I'm from Bangli class. My number student is 24. And next, the table of contents. Number 1, the meanings of word classes. Number 2, function word classes. And number 3, conclusion. And next, what is word classes? Okay guys, I will explain for you what is meaning about word classes. Word classes are groups of words that exist of language. The definition of word classes is differentiated based on several categories such as word form, function, and meanings in the grammar system that applies in the language. Word classes important because it's absolutely necessary to compose good and standard sentence according to applicable rules. In the English, there are several categories of word classes of parts of speech based on the role words placed in the sentence. Some words make a company several categories because they can have different meanings in the sentence. Okay, next, function of word classes. Okay, the first one, nouns. Nouns represent people, place, things, or concepts. They can be concrete or abstract. Concrete nouns are physical things that can be seen, touched, heard, to otherwise. And abstract nouns are non-physical things but represent ideas or justice, philosophy, happiness. And proper nouns are types of nouns that represent something specific. For example, the noun person in the command noun used general for anyone, but the proper nouns represents a specific person. Proper nouns almost always use capital for their first letter, like names. For example, dogs, pizza, apple, and Taiwan. And the next, verb. Verb represent action, and there are only word class of absolutely necessary to make complete sentence. You can conjugate a verb in the different verb tense to explain when the action takes place of past, present, or future, or combine them with for more advanced tense in like the present perfect tense or past continuous tense. For example, be, is, are, was, were, swim, and play. And the next, adjective. Adjective are words is modify or describe of noun. They add more detail to the noun such as color, size, or age. The example, adjective, big, green, excellent, gorgeous, and difficult. And the next, adverbs. Similar to adjective, adverb modify to describe. Verb adjectives are the adverbs. When describing verb, they give detail about how an action is performed, such as where, when, why, or how often. They usually but not always end L and Y. For example, carefully, slowly, and really. And the next, function word classes. Number 1, auxiliaries. Also known as help verbs or verb auxiliaries, verb types of verb that exist. The sentence means a verb to create advanced tense. For example, in the sentence, they have arrived. The main verb is arrive, but the auxiliary verb have is necessary to make present perfect tense. Auxiliary verb also include modal verbs like can or should, which slightly modify the meaning of main verbs. Some verbs like have, be, or to can be either regular verb of auxiliary verb, and for example, will, could, would, and must. And the next, preposition. Prepositions are special types of word class that indicates relationship between other words. Prepositions always use nouns, know the preposition objects, and typically describe where something in relationship something else. When used, describe verb. A preposition can explain when or where an action happened. For example, for preposition is in, at, behind, to, and from. And the next, pronoun. Pronouns are types of use. The subtype for the nouns. They make communication easier and faster because you don't have to repeat the same words over and over again. For example, I, they, who, yourself, and nobody. And the next, determiners. Determiners are words to come before a noun to explain which nouns you are referring. The noun's quantity or whether the noun is general or specific. Determiners are important for grammar and include the few different types of words like article, demonstrative, possessive pronouns, distributive, and quantifiers like many, much, and more. For example, determiners is the, my, and those. And the next, conjunction. Conjunction, like the words and are words that connects other words, coordinating conjunction, like word phrases or clauses, the same kind, such as series of nouns or two independent clauses, are only used to connect depends clauses to independent clauses. For example, but, or, because, and so. And the next, interjection. Only used in informal communication. Interjection shows student emotion. They attempt to mimic speech in writing and are often used together with exclamation points. For example, hey, ouch, and gee. Okay, next, I will show you one example sentence. The sentence is, wow, he has quickly grown into a beautiful cat. The interjection is wow, pronoun he, auxiliary has, adverbs quickly, verb grown, preposition into, determiners a, an adjective beautiful, and the next noun is cat. And the next, conclusions. Word classes are a foundation of grammar that allows spoken and written communication to be structured, logical, meaningful by understanding various types of word classes. We can recognize the function of words is a different context will grammatically correct a sentence and convey message in the more effective way. Whether for daily communication or conversation, academic writing, or learning or foreign language, mastering word classes is basic skill that cannot be upgraded. Word classes, also known as parts of speech, are basic categories in the grammar that are used to group words based on their functions, meaning, and behaviors in the sentence. Word classes play the important role in the building sentence structure to conveying meaning and ensuring clear communications in the language. And the understanding of word classes is very important for everyone who studies or use language, whether for the purpose of speaking, writing, and analysis to language.